Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into Hermes Agent. It's a new AI that's generating a lot of buzz, and for good reason. It's not just about following your commands, it's built to remember the entire journey you have with it, proposing a totally different kind of relationship between you and your AI.
So let's just start with a pretty basic question. When you imagine the perfect personal AI assistant, what do you really want? Do you want a tool that just follows a set of rules? Or do you want a partner that actually understands the context behind your decisions?
Okay, check this out. That's the number of stars Hermes Agent has already collected on GitHub. For a new player in a field this crowded, that is some seriously explosive growth. It's getting a ton of attention, and we're about to see exactly why.
To really wrap our heads around what makes Hermes Agent tick, we've got to put it side by side with a real powerhouse, OpenClaw. And this isn't just about comparing features. You'll see it's more like a clash of two completely different philosophies.
You see, at the very core, these two agents are built for totally different jobs. On one hand, you have OpenClaw. Think of it like an air traffic controller for your digital life. It's a central hub designed to manage information and route all your tasks to different services. But then, on the other hand, you have Hermes. It's designed from the ground up to be a personal companion, an assistant that literally learns and evolves right alongside you.
And honestly, this quote from the source material it nails it perfectly. One feels like a manager, a tool you use. The other feels like a partner you collaborate with. Okay, so let's dig into that a little more. So you might be wondering, how in the world does Hermes create that companionship feeling? Well, it's not some kind of clever trick with the interface. It's a really unique architecture built on two powerful ideas, two pillars of self-evolution.
So first up, it has this persistent, multi-layered memory. And don't think of it like a simple notepad. It's more like a personal historian that saves every single conversation in this incredibly detailed, searchable database. And second, and this is the real game changer, is its automatic skill evolution. It actually analyzes your conversations to automatically create new skills and workflows based on how you do things. No coding, no manual setup. It just learns from you.
And this shows you how that works. It's this brilliant, continuous loop. When you start talking to it, it loads up your core preferences. If you ask about something from way back, it does this deep recall, searching its entire history for context. Then, and this is the magic, after your chat is over, it goes back and analyzes the conversation. It updates its core memory with what it learned, and it automatically writes brand new skills based on that interaction. It literally gets smarter every single time you talk to it.
Right. So that whole learning process brings us right to the single biggest difference between Hermes and OpenClaw. And it all comes down to how they remember.
I love this analogy. It is just perfect. Think about it for a sec. OpenClaw listens to a conversation and saves the key takeaways, right? The final decisions. It's like a neat summary of meeting minutes. Hermes, though, it saves everything. The whole back and forth, the debates, the little asides, the entire meeting recording.
Okay, let's make this super concrete with a practical example. Let's say you ask your AI to change how it formats your weekly report from now on.
Now, at first glance, both agents seem to handle this perfectly. They both learn the new rule. So, next week when you ask for that report, both Hermes and OpenClaw will give it to you in the correct new format. So far, so good, right?
But this is where the rubber meets the road. A week or so goes by, and you can't quite recall why you made that change. So you ask your assistant, "Hey, remind me, why did we change that report format?" This one question is where the two philosophies just completely diverge.
And you can see the difference right here, clear as day. OpenClaw, with its meeting minutes, just tells you the current rule. It knows the what. The rule is to list items first. But Hermes accesses that full recording. It can say, well, based on our chat last Tuesday, we changed it because you said seeing the list items first helps you spot key trends more quickly. It remembers the why.
So with that huge difference in mind, it becomes pretty clear that these two agents aren't really even competitors. They're designed to excel at very different things. So the real question is, which one is right for you?
You're going to want to go with Hermes Agent if you're looking for that long-term companionship feel. If you want an AI that gets the context behind your decisions, that automatically turns how you work into new skills, and, maybe most importantly, can always remind you of the why.
But on the other hand, OpenClaw is absolutely your tool if what you need is a powerful central controller. If your main goal is managing information, maintaining a strict rule-based, knowledge-based, and juggling tasks across, over 50 different services, for business or team stuff, OpenClaw is an absolute beast.
So when you pull back, you realize that Hermes and OpenClaw aren't just two different pieces of software. They really represent two completely different visions for the future of AI assistance.
And this quote just brings it all home, doesn't it? Hermes creates a living record of your journey, remembering everything that happened. OpenClaw creates a curated rulebook, remembering only what it's been programmed to remember. One is a living history. The other is a static manual.
And that really leaves us with a big question. As AI gets more and more personal, what are we going to value more? Will it be the perfect, efficient manager that executes rules flawlessly? Or will it be the partner with a perfect memory, one that understands not just what we do, but why we do it? The path we choose here is really going to shape what our digital companions look like for years to come. Thanks for watching.